So let's have a look now, because people are wondering if there's a pattern. So do you see any patterns there now that we've got 10?
8, 4, 0.
I like the math discussion because the children are really forced to work in a different way.
It's kind of a pattern.
In the ones column?
It just missed the 6 at the top because it's 26 supposed to be at the top.
Oh, nice.
It really is a time where we're working with children's ideas and we're very interested in their thinking.
Yes. Is there a 1064?
1064?
It's 1,664.
I see what you're doing here.
16.
1,664? And that's doubled again.
I decided to stay with the chart where we were keeping track of the days in school as sort of the anchor of my math discussions. I love working with the day that corresponds to the day in school because it really allows us to start with numbers that are really easy to work with and work our way up to more difficult numbers.
So today is the 26th day of school.
The first thing we do with them is we find the factors of those numbers.
So can you think of some factors for 26?
13. 13 and 2.
13 times 2?
Every couple of months, the focus changes, but we're always working with the factors as the base of the math discussion.
Okay. So tell me the factors now in order, from lowest to highest.
1, 2, 13, 26.
Okay. So the first focus in the first couple of months at school is just listing multiples.
So multiples for today.
52.
And what's that?
That's 26 times 2.
We make sure that we're listing the multiples as the children suggest them in order so that they are in a way that the children can start to notice patterns.
So 2, 8, 4, and then there's a 6 there.
And then wait, 2, 30, 130.
So,
105, 7.
oh,
130 is in the middle.
I also introduce through multiples a really important concept, which is doubling and halving.
because what's the relationship between these two?
Halving and doubling.
So 9 is half of 18, and 10 is double 5.
So when we're working with these multiples, there are lots of ways that I can teach the children strategies that they can use in the arithmetic work, particularly that they're doing outside of the math discussion.
So if we say 156, okay, and then we're trying to add how much? 26, right? So what if we added 10? What would that get us to?
176.
166, and then another 10 to,
176.
and then another 6.
182.
Okay.
Division happens in November and December.
For 2, it's 33.
Nice. And everybody divided by 1 is?
66.
Okay.
And January and February, fractions, decimals, and percent.
Does that mean that 1/3 and 2/6
Are equivalent.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're the same. So 1/3 must be equal to 2/6. Does that make sense? From what you know about- Okay, so 8, remainder 2, or 8 and 2/8. Can you reduce that?
Yes. 1/4.
Okay, so 8 1/4. Any idea what the decimal would be for a quarter?
0.25.
Yeah, it's 0.25, because what does that mean, 0.25? It means 25.
Out of 100.
Yeah, it means 25 hundredths, and a quarter is 25%, right? So everybody, finally,
100.
we have been waiting for this.
I feel for children that having mathematical discourse is really important. And when we're talking every day about the same concepts, the children really start to develop a language around it. They hear each other's ideas. The concepts intentionally are repeated every day.
10 times 10.
Nice. So that's a great one to start with, because 100 is what kind of number?
Square.
Yeah, it's a square number, exactly. Do you remember how many factors does a square number have?
It has an odd amount of factors.
Exactly. We've discovered that, right? All square numbers have an odd number of factors because
it's when you line it up, there's 2 of the same number.
exactly, it's a number times itself. Okay.
I'm really trying to
another-
model that enjoyment of working with numbers, finding patterns, seeing relationships. So
What if I was asking what's 3/10?
Just 30, because, 10 times 3 would be 30, right?
Nice. Okay. What about 5/10? Everybody.
50.
So my goal with this discussion is for all children to feel that they can participate and enjoy math.
Good work, everybody. What do you think about tomorrow? Do you think that it's going to be a good number or maybe a prime 101?